washed my face. Like last night I recorded a ton of videos and then technically I didn't finish until this morning, and I didn't go to sleep until like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I just didn't feel like washing my face. Yeah, I just got a wild hair up my ass. Like I was checking out YouTube videos today while I was working and stuff, and honestly my hair has been getting on my nerves. Like I want to refreshen the top of my head, because the thing is, like, the back of these braids, this is the thing with braids, like the front always gets, you know, all of the residue from whatever product you're using if you like to slick edges like I do. I don't really know how to wash that stuff, plus the roots being all swell up and not manicured and looking good is driving me crazy now. Like I'm ready for it to not look like that anymore. I have been kind of lazy. Like it's cold and rainy outside, and I really just haven't been wanting to spend my money on getting new hair. So I decided, hey, why don't give something a try? Let's give this shit a try. Let's see if this is going to work. So what I decided to do was I'm going to attempt to put it back in. Just retwist it with the previously used hair. So I've never done this before, and we'll see if this actually works. This is going to take a long time though, because normally when you take your braids out, especially long braids like this, I mean they go down to my knees for goodness sake, you get to cut like 80% of the braid. Like you get to cut it close to where your hair is at and then take it down instead of taking down the whole thing. So that, like, you know, expedites the situation so much more, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But anyway, we don't have that luxury because I want to use, sorry, I thought my phone was ringing. We don't have that luxury today because we want to reuse the hair. We need the length because it has to match the back, right? Just makes sense. So I'm going to take it down, and I imagine this is going to take a long time, and then I'm probably going to have another day of staying up till whatever o'clock in the morning or afternoon. I'm already, you know, sectioned off. So this bun, all of the braids that's in this bun, we're taking this down. In the meantime, in between time, let's get started with this. So as you can see, I just went cross-eyed. Did you see that? As you can see, we have jewels in here. So I'm going to just go ahead and slide those mamma jammas out because I'm going to reuse them since they still look pretty good. As you can see, I look like, if you're a 90s kid, you'll remember this. I look like Cynthia from Rugrats. Remember that? Anyway, here's all of the buildup in my hair. And you can see my roots are getting darker again because they're growing in. So, kind of wet it. This is just water, some oil, and conditioner. So I'm going to just kind of spray this all over for right now because I'm about to put this up. I'm just combing out the ends right now, which the ends are really good. They look really good. Good and moisturized. They were kept. They were protected pretty well. So. Oh my gosh. Ah. Alright. Now the next step is to soak the old hair that I already used that I want to reuse. So that's what we're about to do next. I got my apple cider vinegar and a measuring cup. Can you see that? Okay. And I'm just doing this in the tub because it's, you know, gonna be less messy. So I'm gonna run this water, get it nice and hot. So we're gonna go ahead and shake this up. A lot of times there's like stuff at the bottom of it. I like to shake it all up and get it all in there, personally. And I'm gonna do a whole cup. Okay, that's about it. I'm gonna pour that all up in here. I think I want another half. Okay. And then a half. So that was about a cup and a half. Hair is like super long, as you can see. And I put all of the side of the hair that was at my root, as you can see where all the buildup is at, I put them all on the same side. So now I'm just gonna put this inside of here. Make sure that everybody is all up in there. And I'm gonna just let this soak. Okay. Oh yeah. Cool. Now that's gonna soak, and then I am gonna go wash my hair. So, or at least half of my hair. So, I just got finished washing my hair, and what I used is Garnier Whole Blends Repairing Shampoo and Repairing Conditioner. I shampooed twice, conditioned once, let it sit in there for about 5 to 10 minutes while I finished, you know, like cleaning up and stuff like that. I saved a little something for y'all. So like I said, my twist probably been in my hair since, what is it, October something. So a little over a month. And so they just been in that twist form for that long, and I hadn't been able to brush or comb my hair or anything like that. And this is the hair that came out when I was washing it. So basically what I did was this Whole Blends shampoo, it actually offers a lot of slip, so I was able to work a lot of the buildup out of my hair, and I used my wide tooth comb to kind of get through that. And yes, I experienced a lot of shedding, but I mean, like I said, it is about a month and a half worth of shedding from like hair that was never combed. So I don't know, it looks like a lot to me. Maybe it's not, I don't really know. Lucky enough, I have enough strands on the top of my head for me to still have some hair. I'm gonna use like a very little bit of, plus I don't have a lot of this Carol's Daughter I don't know how to say that, wash and go leave-in. What I'm going to do is use this Eco Black Castor and Flaxseed Oil Maximum Growth Formula, some Talia Wajid Curly Curl Cream, as you can see, $9.99. I think I got this at Target or something. And now we're going to do the same thing to this side. Now I'm just going to leave this like this until my hair that's been soaking is ready. So yeah, it's going to be like this for a few hours. But the good thing is I put so much moisturizer in it that all I'm going to need to do to reactivate it is just spray water. So, and it'll be just water, nothing else. So yeah, my hair will be prepped and ready when it's time for me to twist it. So they'll already be moisturized, which will cut down the time drastically while I'm actually doing the twisting process, so I don't have to go through and moisturize, then put the twist, moisturize, and put the anybody got time for that. So we have a ton of moisturizer in our hair, and I do this because this works for me. So yeah, if this is not your thing, that's fine. Everything ain't for everybody, but my hair loves moisture, it loves water, and that's what I have to feed it in order for it to do me right while I got them twisting for the next month or two. So we're going to check on our hair, see how it's doing, and then I'll be back with, well, let's just check on our hair. Okay, hopefully you guys can see the hair. It's a bit cloudy in here, which is a good thing. And look, you see that buildup? This is the parts, the side of the hair that was on the root. So we're going to come back. I'm going to let that keep soaking, and then we're going to come back and work that stuff out. What we're going to do now is pour out this apple cider vinegar. Still holding the side that has all the buildup. Look at that. You see that? Ew, that is so nasty. Ugh. So now we're gonna clean that. Okay, that was a task. Anyway, so I'm going to take some of the same repairing conditioner that I used on my actual hair, just squeeze a bit in there. And this is the side that had all the buildup and the roots. I just rinsed it in the faucet and kind of rubbed some of the residue away. And now I'm going to do the same thing in here for the residue. I'm just going to go in and go a little more in-depth per lock, if you will. And the conditioner is just really to help get rid of that apple cider vinegar smell. To me, that apple cider vinegar kind of smells like feet to me. And I don't want my hair to smell like feet, so. Alright, as you can see, I like to use jacked up towels like this that's got bleach all over it, because it's perfect for when you're doing stuff with your hair. So alright, I'm going to show y'all how I'm going to let this air dry. I mean, when it's all bunched up like this, it's going to take longer. So I'm just basically, it's very simple. I mean, just laying it out and try not to have too many pieces like hugged on each other or wrapped on each other, because I want them to dry as quickly as possible. Pretty much good to go. Now I'm gonna let that lay there for, by the way, this is my cord for my ring light, so that's not a piece of hair. But I'm gonna let this lay here for probably about an hour or two. and let it air dry. It's synthetic hair, so it's not going to hold on to water too much longer. And the towel is just so that it can help absorb and drain the water out of it. And as you can see, those little pieces of hair are kind of like rope. So, and they're really skinny, so it shouldn't take that long. I'm thinking about 2 hours. That should do it. And it is currently 9:32 p.m. And yeah, I'll check back in at 11:32. So I finally took the 5 minutes it takes to just wash my face because I was being lazy before. So hopefully this is a little bit better because I'm like real up close and personal with y'all right now. And so I just wanted to come to y'all really quickly because I know you probably, if you've been watching this trying to figure out, okay, I want to see how you do this thing, you're probably like, how come she didn't tell us what kind of hair it is? Like, come on, sis. Like, come on, spill the tea. What kind of hair is it? You're washing the hair. You want to put the hair back in your hair? Like, can you tell us what kind of hair it is, please? Right. Okay. So, let me go ahead and break it down for you. The hair that I use is by Freetress, and it's their braid line. And it is the Island Twist braid, and I have the 20-inch. Of course, obviously, I have 2 different colors, and that's just mainly because I was trying to get as close to my hair color as possible. So, I used color 30, obviously, and I can't remember what the other color is. I think the browner color might be a 4 or a 6. I'm not exactly sure. So I got 6 packs of hair total to do my entire head, and I want to say that obviously well, you don't know this, I used all 6 packs for my whole head. And I've split my hair up into 4s, and then I just put 12 twists in each section, roughly 12 in each section. So yeah, that's basically what I did. And honestly, what I love about that hair is that it is very light. Like when I put the first one in, I was shocked. I was like, wow, it doesn't even really feel like there's anything on. Now, if it wasn't for the fact that I have these twists all the way down to the back of my knees, honestly, I probably really wouldn't feel them. Like, they feel real light. I love it. I love how light it is, because that's one of the, I guess, cons for me when it came to braids, is how heavy the hair is. And honestly, the only time that you can really feel a bit of weight is if you put it all the way up in the big bun. But if you do the half up, half down, it still feels really light. Or when I do those 2 big buns, I can kind of feel the weight, but it's not like so heavy where my neck is hurting and my head is hurting, I got a headache, or none of that. It's like super light. So I really like that hair, especially for this like kinky bohemian twist thing. I even so far like the way it's looking as it's drying up. I keep looking down because it's still on the floor drying up. And I really like how it's looking so far. Everything's looking promising. So we will see when I reinstall this hair how it turns out. Okay, so we are now back, and it is 1:28 a.m. So yeah, the hair took a little bit longer than the 2 hours that I gave it. So I let it dry for 2 more hours. So about 4 hours, but it's completely dry. So yeah, now we're going to install. So I got my 2 pieces. I'm gonna start off with blonde, and I'm gonna just show y'all how I start and twist it all the way down or whatever. And yes, that is still product all up in my hair. My hair took so long to dry, like it's still kind of wet. It's actually a lot kind of wet. Anyway. Now, I'm going to take these two long strands of blonde hair. We're going to start off with the blonde. And just kind of overlap them like this. I mean, I feel like you guys have probably seen plenty of hair tutorials where it starts off like that. Now, what I like to do is honestly, I just go ahead and start off braiding. Okay, I braid mine with the hair, and then I split the two as much as I can. Do a little twisty loo like that, and then twisting it the opposite way. I hope that made sense. And then I just start twisting. And just keep twisting. Okay, now this is kind of long and it's going down, right? I do this. Just put it between our teeth so that I can just keep twisting, keep twisting. Okay, so I want the ends to be kind of loose. So what I'm going to do here is get that little piece of lint off. Bye, little lint. Okay, I'm going to take this and kind of split it and put one side down like this, and take this other piece right here and just wrap it around, because I'm not about that burn it up life. And then I'm kind of put my finger in the way so I can bring it through this hole. I hope this is working. There it is. Is it? It's kind of working. There we go. I know that was hard to follow, but basically I looped it around, looped some hair around itself, and just brought it through the hole to kind of lock it in place. And that's what it looks like. Alright, spray. Why does that happen? Why do you keep failing me? Alright, spray a little water on here. Ooh, it's cold now. It ain't taking no time for it to get cold. The bottle's warm, but the water is not. But anyway, spray the water on there, and as you can see, like I said, it activates all that moisturizer we already put in there, so I don't gotta worry about doing anything to it. So now I'm gonna take, this definitely looks really brownish red, so I'm gonna say this is a 6. I think this is a 6. Anyway, this looks like this is the end, so I'm gonna turn it around this way. Yeah. Yep, this still got the bend in it. So, and so does this one. So I'm gonna take the two pieces and just kind of overlap them like that. And you see how long it'll be. Alright. We're gonna take the hair at the root. And I'm gonna just start braiding. Latch it on, and then just braid for a little second, and then now I split that piece of my real hair and intertwine it with this hair. So I twist, and then on this side I twist the opposite way, and now we just twist. Keep twisting. Keep twisting. You see how I'm twisting both strands. I'm twisting them and then twisting them into each other. Just keep twisting. Keep twisting. We're almost out of the real hair territory. The other great thing about this hair is it doesn't get very tangled. So now I'm going to attempt to show you guys again what I do. So I'm going to take this stray piece right here, this frayed out piece, excuse me, sorry. And I am going to split it just a little bit more actually. Yeah. I'm going to split it and take this longer piece and just incorporate it down here. And take this little piece right here, and we're just going to wrap it around. You know how when you do a high ponytail and then you take a piece of hair and you wrap it around there to cover up the bow or something, you know, the elastic piece? That's literally the same concept here. So you see that? I looped it, and now I'm going to take that piece of hair and pull it through and just do it like that. So now that's how it is. That's how it locks in place. And I do that because I don't want to burn the ends. I don't like burnt ends, and I don't know any other way else to secure it, so that's what I came up with. Alright, so we're down to the last two pieces, and it is currently a little past 5 a.m. and we're almost done, which I'm pretty excited about that. So I just wanted to come back and just kind of show you guys again how I do this. So I'm just gonna overlap them, two pieces, and just make sure they're as even as possible on the end. And I am going to untwist this finger coil here, and that's what we're working with. Come right through that and make sure it's detangled. Okay, now I'm getting this as close to the root as I possibly can, and I'm going to just start braiding. Just a standard braid with my hair in the middle. Alright, and now I'm done. Okay, so you see this is in the middle. We're going to split this into two. I'm sorry if I look cross-eyed. And now we have our two pieces that we're going to twist. So this strand I'm twisting upward. Okay, upward. So it's going to naturally continue to go that way. This strand over here I'm twisting downward. So these twists are going in opposite directions, clearly. Alright, and now I'm going to twist them into each other while still twisting each strand in the way that we've already decided that it was going to go. So this one is going up, this one's going down, wait a minute, down, and then we just twist them into each other. One strand is shorter than the other, so we're going to take this short strand and we're going to split this. It doesn't have to be perfectly in half. We just need just a strand to wrap this mamma jamma with. Take this top piece right here, wrap it around the end of the braid here where I want it to end, or the twist rather, and I'm just going to wrap it till I see fit. Alright, so I'm leaving enough to wrap around my finger. Okay, I've already wrapped it around the twist a few times, so I'm leaving enough to wrap around the tip of my finger, and then I'm going to bring it back around, and then I'm going to just tuck this thumb up in there a little bit and take the end, see that, and I'll pull that through, loop it through like that, and that's how we will secure the ends. Bam! And like I was saying, we're going to do something really fun with the ends. We're going to curl it, and I'm going to show you how I do that. It is 5:28 oh, wait a minute, here we go. There it is, 5:28 a.m. I think I keep turning it off. And I want to say we started at about, let's see, I think I started taking the twist down around a good 6. Nope, it was before that. I started taking the twist down around 5 o'clock. So almost about 10 hours. When I originally did this, it took 14 hours. But we also have to remember that I did have to wait for this hair to air dry for 4 hours. So during that 4 hours, I actually wasn't doing anything to my hair. So if we subtract the 4, then really it took about 6 hours to untwist, wash condition, and then reinstall. Back. So it is the next day. It's 3:12 p.m. And we're gonna go ahead and take care of these ends. So they look a little wild. Which actually I don't mind this look either, but I do want it to look a little more curly. So what I decided to do is, I don't have any flexi rods or anything like that to help, or any rods at all, even though I think flexi rods probably wouldn't be a good idea to use. But anyway, I don't have any type of rodding to achieve this. So okay, let me turn that mute. So what I'm going to do, what I have done so far already, is I've done hanging bantu knots. So I just, you know, did a bantu knot on the end of these twists, and they're pretty secure, they're pretty in there. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So basically, I got, you know, a good amount of hair. It's not too much. I mean, this doesn't work if it's too thick, if you have too thick of, if you grab too much hair to do this with. So just, you know, maybe like the width of your finger, I guess. And as you can see, I tried to line up the ends to be as even as possible. They don't got to be perfectly even unless, you know, you're just somebody that likes perfection. And if you are, more power to you, girl. And now what I'm going to do is take it and just twist the ends, you know, like you would do your hair when you're doing a bantu knot. Just twisting it, literally just taking the hair, the bunch of hair, and twisting. And then I'm going to take my finger and twist. You know what, I'm sorry, I have to switch hands because, okay, here we go. Woo, yeah, that's better. So bam, I'm twisting to about here. I'm going to take my finger and put it at the base of the twist. Alright? And then I'm going to take this and wrap it around my finger. And then let go to give myself some relief. Twist again. Oh shit. Okay. Twist again. And take this little piece here. And where my finger is, I'm going to replace it. Alright, obviously me trying to explain this and do it at the same time, of course I'm failing, but twisting, twisting, and I'm pushing it through. Okay? And don't push this hair all the way through, just fold it over, push it through enough, and then you have some of those stragglies hanging out. Now I know that looked like a hot mess the way I just did that, because anytime I try to explain something and do it at the same time, of course it's a fail. And I just look crazy, like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So we're going to do this 2 more times without me trying to explain it. So see how much hair I have? This is how much it is. To me that feels like too much, so we're going to split this in half. Okay? Alright. Now I'm just going to take these ends and try to get them to meet each other as much as possible. Or as close to meeting each other as possible. So I'm going to start the twist right here. And now I'm going to wrap it. Try to wrap it again. I'm going to take this hair and replace my finger with this loop of hair and pull it through. Not completely, just enough. And then I just pulled on the base of the bantu knot to make it a little bit tighter because it looked kind of loose. And now, to do the last one, I'm going to do it one more time. Hopefully this makes sense, guys. Like I said, I am not a beauty guru, so I do not articulate these instructions very well. And hopefully you can get a good visual of what I'm doing. hopefully. All right. Oh, one more. All right. Now I'm gonna check in the mirror to make sure I got everything. Yep. Okay, I have everything. All right. So, bam. This is what we're working with. So now I'm gonna twist, 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 and use my pointer finger as my guide to twist around. This is how I'm starting the bantu knot. So it's wrapped around my finger. Then I'm gonna twist, wrap, hold on, twist it, then wrap it again. I'm gonna take this leftover hair, I'm gonna just slide my little finger out of there, and then using my thumb, I'm pushing the fold of that leftover hair up in there. And this is what we got. Now we're getting ready to dunk. My water just finally started whistling, so let's get it started. Okay, I have my big ass bowl here. I'm just gonna pour the water in. This filled up to about halfway. Now I'm going to take the ends that have the bantu knots and I'm just gonna stick them in there. Now, ideally you would want to put something over this, like kind of like that, so it don't get all in your face, because that steam can be dangerous. Anyway, so I'm letting this soak for just a few seconds, probably like 45, maybe 60. Alright, so now I'm just going to prepare my towel. Take them out. This is what they look like. And stick them right here. Okay, now I'm going to slide this bowl from the top where it's not hot, because there's no water up there. Okay, just out of my way. Okay, just trying to pat this dry as much as possible. See, this is what it looks like. Still steaming. Alright, let's take this loose. Okay, and this is what you got. Some wild and crazy curls to go with this bohemian look. I'll show you, I'm going to take the rest of these bantu knots out and I'll show you what it all looks like down in a full body situation. So, this is what we're working with. This is how long it is. Extra, extra long. I like to call these my Rapunzel Bohemian Twists. That's what I'm gonna call them, okay? Because, yeah. So these curls will eventually work themselves out and relax and get a little straighter and straighter as time goes on. But for right now, it's a good way to refresh the look, especially since I redid the front. And apparently, you can reinstall your old hair if you just either don't have it in your budget to go get some new hair, or if you don't have time to go get new hair and you need to just refresh the front and you need to do that faster than you're able to find time to go to the store to shop, or whether you just can't find the hair that you used. I think we have learned that with patience, okay, because it took time to take these out without ruining the hair, and then some little maintenance and hair care applied to the actual extensions, you can reinstall it. So I feel like a new woman. Woo. My last step is to put my hair jewelry back in. I got this from my local beauty supply store, and this has been in my hair since day one, back in October when I very first did this, and they haven't changed colors or anything, so I really like these, and I like the actual tone of gold it is as well. Disregard this plug. This is for the ring light, okay? Alright, So how I decide to place this is just basically any twists that look like they have little imperfections or anything. For instance, this one has a little puff thing situation right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. So I'm gonna take this and put it on there. So I usually just like to open the spring up a bit, and then because these are so skinny, I start at the top here and then just, you know, screw that mamma jamma in there. Be careful though, because just like I just did right now, you can split the twist and half the twist will be in there and half of it is out. So try to be as careful as possible. And just twisting it around. Make sure you're putting the whole twist inside of there. And try not to miss any of them, because it's annoying to unravel and go back and try to fix it. Alright. So now I'm going to turn this where I want it. And see how I missed that? Look at that. That's annoying as hell. I'm just going to take it out from that spot. And keep going down from there. So that's why it's annoying when you miss one, because if you try to scrunch it back up, it won't do it properly. Okay, so that's it for this installment of TNT Tries. I hope you were able to sit through all of it. If you were, thank you so very much. I know this video is super long. This is my first time ever doing a hair video. So yeah, be kind, because I don't know how to articulate instructions to you properly. So if you were able to follow along, kudos to you. If you like this video, give it a like, and yeah, tell me what should I try next. And it doesn't have to be hair related, it can be related to anything. I'm up for your suggestions and I will try anything. Well, kinda.